Hello. Good morning. Hello. Good morning. I am Jody, and I'm just using Demi cream makeup to correct these terrible dark circles underneath my eyes this morning. So, Demi is the idea behind Demi is just color theory. It's using the color wheel to correct color on your face. Sorry about my voice. Just waking up, trying to get it going, but stick with me, it'll get better, I promise. But this is Demi Makeup by Seint, and what this is, these magical little squares of color correct or neutralize the opposite color on my face. So once I determine what color I'm seeing, like dark circles are often very blue based, then I can take the opposite color on the color wheel, which is typically something that has orange in it, and then I can just kind of dot that on the darkest areas and it corrects it. So what I've used right now is just this Y01, yellow orange one, and I've just kind of dotted that around. Do you see how, like, I've used hardly anything. I'm using a really tiny brush, and when I dot that on the darkest parts and then just go in and blend it out, look at what an amazing job it does at neutralizing color. So my 54-year-old skin, with all of its texture, and texture is just like wrinkles, large pores, things like that. At 54, I got it all. I got it all. Especially these dark circles. It's like, what the heck? I didn't used to have dark circles, but for some reason, as I've gotten older, they've gotten darker. But what I've found is that, like, texture doesn't like a whole lot of makeup, so I can use this Demi, these little squares right here, in minimal amounts just to neutralize out that color without, like, all the shellac, all the spackle concealer. And my wrinkles really enjoy them because they don't, with minimal product, my wrinkles are not as noticeable. Have you noticed that? Like, I noticed that using, sorry about my voice, guys. I noticed that using like concealer and then powder was actually making me look more tired. Like, I would put it on and the color wouldn't be there. It would be lighter, of course, because I was using like ivory concealer, but then the wrinkles were worse. It was like they had sucked them all up and made them like stand out more. And I did not like that. If you are just joining, I'm Jody. I'm 54. I'm going to be showing you some cream makeup that will help drastically with the discoloration on my face, the jowls, the extra chin, the wrinkles, all that stuff. So we're just going to run through it relatively quickly, but I do like to explain why I'm doing what I'm doing in the hopes that then you can use that information in your own makeup practice. So right now, I've used a Demi and just this little square of color to lighten these dark circles. So I'll do it again on this side so you can see what I'm doing. I'm taking the tiniest bit and I'm just dotting it in those areas that are kind of blue-violet. Because anything yellow-orange, anything with orange in it, is going to help correct that blue-violet. Because dark circles are typically very blue-based. So you can see that I use just like the littlest amount. Look at that. Seriously. Look at that. So, like, gone are the days when you have to spackle underneath your eyelid to get rid of those dark circles. So, and my aging face enjoys the fact that I'm not using as much makeup as I used to. So, I think that as we get older, I mean, seriously, guys, look at that. I'm still stunned every time I'm doing it. I'm like, oh, well, hell, look at that. Then I'm going to take this littlest bit right here of this color, and I'm going to use this end of the brush, and I'm just barely going to swirl on anything. And that is just going to go right here. And look at how that just starts to brighten it up. Seriously. So why use so much stuff on your face when you can get away with so little? I think we've been led to believe that as we get older and we start having all these things on our faces, that we have to use more stuff. And we don't have to use more stuff. We just need to use the right stuff, and then we can get away with far less. So, if you're just popping on, good morning. Happy Monday. I'm Jody. My voice sounds like crap, but it'll get better. It warms up as I go, so sorry about that. I'm going to be using Seint 3D Cream Makeup. And the reason that I'm using this makeup over like liquid foundation and powder foundation and all those things is because I have wrinkles. I'll zoom in. I have wrinkles. I have texture. I have large pores. I have redness. I have broken capillaries. And what I was finding was that when I would use liquid foundation or like powder foundation, at 54, I started using it when I was 52, but I noticed that the liquids and the powders were actually like making me look older. And I wasn't wanting to look older. I was getting older. So I didn't want to look older. I wanted to look better. I wanted to look as good as I could at my age. Because at my age, so here's the thing. I've worked. I'm a nurse. I've worked for about 20 years as a nurse. I've saved some money. Not nearly enough because life is getting stupidly expensive. And I'm finding that that retirement nest egg is going to last me about 6 months. So once I get there, everything's going to be so expensive that I'm going to be in trouble. I don't have the money to go to estheticians and get injections and fillers and that threading facial thing that's going to pick everything up. That's like thousands of dollars. And I don't have that. I just don't. So I was like on the lookout for some makeup that, because I've always worn makeup, so to me makeup was the next go-to. Like I've always done skincare. I've always like moisturized and cleansed and exfoliated, so I was already okay there. But my makeup just was not cutting it. And I've used some pricey stuff. Like I've used Laura Mercier, I've used drugstore stuff, I've used MAC, like I've used like decent stuff. But I was noticing that I was looking older. Like with my makeup on, I was looking older than what I look like right now. And I'm 54, like I don't want to look older than 54, but I don't want to be trying so hard to look like something I'm not, that then I look like shit. Good morning, Jamie. Do you feel me? Do you know what I'm talking about? So, I was sitting at home and I was recovering from a shoulder surgery. And I had some other things going on in my life. Like I was chronically stressed. I gained a lot of weight. My health was not like great. I mean, it wasn't bad, but like my blood pressure was through the roof, and I'm a nurse. Like, I know these things. And I just wanted to look better, and I wanted to feel better. So I saw these women my age, like they would start with like all this stuff, and they'd have like all this stuff. In some cases, younger than me, with more stuff on their face. Like everybody ages differently, but yet we all kind of age the same. You know what I mean? So I was like, okay, I'm going to watch these chicks because they were putting on makeup, which I can do. I was like, okay, all right, I can do this. So I'm going to watch these chicks, and they were like stunning at the end. I'm like, wait a minute. I watched you do that. That's not hard. It's not hard. So, like anybody who's sitting at home, off work, recovering from surgery, I was shopping. I was buying all the things. Good morning. Hey, Steph. I was doing all the things. Shopping. My Amazon bill was insane. I had all the boxes on my front porch all the time. So what did I decide to do? I decided to buy more makeup. Why not? So I did. So what I bought, let me show you. I was checking to see if you could see my dogs. I have all these dogs who sleep on my sofa. Because of you, I try harder with my face. Oh, you're beautiful, Jamie. I've seen you. You're gorgeous. Good morning, Carol. So what I bought was this. I bought 3 colors. These 3 make up my foundation, and that's what I'm showing you right now. And I would watch the videos, and I would follow along, and then I'd be like, oh, wait, I didn't do that, and I'd have to hurry and do that so I could catch up to what they were doing. And I realized that when I put on this makeup, it looked pretty darn good. Like, my face was like, all right, okay. Just watch, keep watching. You'll see what I'm talking about. It was like, holy shnikey. So I was sold. I was like, okay, all right. This is the shit. This is what I'm going to do. This is my life. From here on out, my makeup life is now this makeup. And I have not turned back. Obviously, I liked it so much I became an artist. Because, let me tell you, I bought this makeup, and I put it on almost every day. Some days I don't. I'm just like you guys. It's like some days it's like, no, who gives a rat's ass what I look like? But some days I do care about what I look like. And I realize that when I put this makeup on my face, I feel good. I feel good. It has inspired me to lose. And I know that sounds funny. Makeup inspired you, Jody? Like, whatever. You're just trying to sell me this shit. No, I'm not. I mean, yeah, because it made me feel so much better. I have since, it motivated me. I have since lost almost 35 pounds. My blood pressure is significantly better. It's now normal again. It was like 150 over 100, guys. And I was 52. It was because I was stressed, because I just had a lot of stuff going on in my life. But feeling good about myself was the motivation to do and to do things to take care of myself. So I changed jobs. I was a nurse in an ophthalmology clinic, which was hellacious. It was terrible. I've always been a hospital nurse, so to do something like that was like, just, no. It was terrible. Good morning. So, quit my job, got a new job, traveled a bit, went to go see one of my kids, spend time with my granddaughters. I lost 35 pounds. I changed my focus from, I'm now going to just drink this bottle of wine to make myself feel far less stressed, to actually like going to therapy and working through some of the recent traumatic events that had unfolded in my life. And so here I am. Then I became an artist. And here I am. That's why I'm here right now showing you, because makeup was the motivation to take care of me. And I think as women, we get caught up taking care of everybody else, right? And over time, we kind of lose sight of taking care of ourselves. And then we hit our 50s and we're like, oh, I'm getting old. like if you think about it, guys, the average lifespan, think about it, I'm not even going to say, but think about when people usually go to see Jesus. And I'm being serious here, I'm a nurse, I talk about this stuff all the time. We're closer to that end than we are to the beginning. I see it daily. Patients who have not taken care of themselves. And it starts with this. You let this get out of whack. You lose sight of yourself and your needs, and you focus on everybody else, and you get caught up in all of that life stress, and then the physical things start happening. And so, yeah, makeup changed it all around for me, and I want that for you, and that's why I'm here. Because it is, as a nurse, I can say, that's vitally important, and I want that for you. So now I'm going around with my main shade. I've contoured and brightened through the center of my face. Now I'm going to take my main shade, and this just fills in the blanks. So as you can see, I have not, hey Val, how you doing? So what I'm doing here is, oh, you are welcome. You know what? Nursing is hard. It's hard because you are constantly giving to other people. Like there are days, like yesterday I worked a 12-hour shift. And just like so many other things that we as women do, you're constantly giving to other people to the point that you get home and you don't have anything left to give to your husband, to give to your own children, let alone give to yourself. So that's why I feel like as women, we can use this simple tool to give 10 minutes to ourselves, to make ourselves feel good. And it kind of fills your cup. You know what I mean? It's like, okay. I've now put myself together. I look good, which makes me feel good, which makes me feel confident. Then my cup is filled. I can go out and I can take care of my patients at the hospital. I can take care of my children because I got up 10 minutes earlier to just do something for me. I can go to my church and I can, help those people there. I can, you know what I'm talking about? And it's just knowing that I've taken care of myself that then allows me to take better care of other people. I used to so I had 4 kids. I had 4 kids before I was 30, and I had them in 6 years. And during that time, I was a fitness instructor, so I was able, because that was so important to me, to take care of myself. But I saw, like, my friends that were just spending all their time, like, at home with these kids, which I pretty much did. I mean, I didn't work full-time as a fitness instructor, and I had 4 kids, so I was fortunate enough to be able to be home with them. But as I got older, I saw the value in what I had been doing, that exercising, that stuff that was for me, because then taking care of me, I could take care of everybody else. And I used to tell my friends, and then I would tell my daughters as they were getting older, your kids will be okay if you're okay. If mom's okay, the kids will be okay. So that means that as moms, as wives, as women, we really do everybody else around us a disservice if we're not taking care of ourselves. Plain and simple. So fill your cup, whether it's a morning quiet time. Maybe you pray. Maybe you turn on the music and dance in your bedroom for a few minutes before you start the day. Maybe you get up and go to the gym before anybody wakes up. By the way, if you do that, you're insane. I don't know who... These people, they get up at the bug crack of dawn and go to the gym. So I was a fitness instructor. I used to teach like an 8:30 class. And then I taught some other classes, but then I became the coordinator at Gold's Gym. So I had other instructors. Well, if my other instructors couldn't make their classes, guess who that fell to? It fell to me. So I had this one instructor call me at 5:30 in the morning. Jody, I'm not going to be able to teach my 6:30 class. Okay, I'll be there. I'll teach it. I thought I was going to die. Like I literally saw my life pass before me. It was terrible. It was terrible. So kudos to you if you can do that, because I could never do that. It was terrible. I thought I was having a heart attack. Anyway, I digress. So my point is just, we as women really do need to take care of ourselves before we should do those things for everybody else. Because if you're not taking care of yourself, how can you expect to really help other people from a full place? Anyway, so circling back, the makeup made me realize that. And then I became an artist because I felt so strongly at my age that if I could show all women, but especially those of us that are my age that have come to the realization that life is short and time is passing fast and we need to do something for ourselves. It's now our time. I really felt very strongly that I needed to share my story in the hopes that I could motivate somebody else my age that's kind of at that, okay, the kids are gone. I've spent my whole life raising my kids. I've spent my whole life giving to other people and doing for other people. Now it's time to do for me. Now it's time to feel good for me. If makeup can do that for you, then I've done my job, guys. Because it's so easy, it's so simple, and it's inexpensive. You know, it's easy. So here we are. So here we are. And that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Anyway, if you would like to try this makeup, then I would love to help you with it. I prefer to do a color match, which is just where I look at your face and tell you which of those 3 shades, which colors you need for your contour, your main highlight, and your brightening highlight. And if you would like me to do that for you, it's free. I'm more than happy to. Just go to the link in my bio on my profile page, and you can fill out a jot form, or you can even text me. Just text me. Tell me you want a color match. I'll text you back. We'll chit-chat, and we'll get you going. So I'm just blending out my contour, and I'm going to add some color. But I've really found that I feel this is very fulfilling to me. And it's funny because what am I doing? I'm helping people again. Helping people again. But it's a very good help. It's different from taking care of people at the hospital, to be honest with you. You know, people at the hospital are sick, and They don't feel good, and they're not their best. They don't act their best. Their families don't act their best. It's very draining. It's very difficult. Not gonna lie. I'll shoot you straight. It's not easy work. This, though, is different. Like seeing your faces light up. I mean, I get some of that from my patients, too, because I always try to, like, incorporate humor and do all that kind of stuff with my patients so that I always try to see my patients as real people, not just a sick body in a bed. And I think that they pick up on that. And I think that's why I have pretty good relationships with my patients. You know, I talk to them about their lives outside of the hospital, outside of being sick. You know, they're a whole person. They're not just like a sick pancreas. So I always try to relate to them and make them feel like a whole person. But it's still very hard because nobody's feeling good. But to see you guys, when you try this makeup and you send me your pictures, and it's just like your face just lights up. That's like a good, I don't know, it's like a drug. But it's funny. So this right here is the detailed brush. I love this brush. This is probably my favorite brush. I do use a lot of other brushes. And I used Hollywood on my cheeks. Now I'm putting Madrid on my lids. I've already done my eyebrows. I'm just going to throw on some easy eyeshadow and call it a day I'm going to call it a morning. I am going to be back at 5 o'clock tonight. My hair will be better at that time. I promise you. I just rolled out of bed. Excuse me. But I will be back at 5 p.m. Central. That's my typical time. But you know what, guys? I'm thinking about making 9 a.m. Central a time that I pop on here for you morning folks. In the hopes that I can inspire you to do something for yourself as well. And I'm telling you guys, yes, I believe this makeup is life-changing. I do. Because it has changed my life. It has. And if you had a moment, I'm 54. I'll be 55 in July. But even if I can inspire you to get outside and get some fresh air, do something for yourself today. Take 15 minutes and grab yourself an iced tea if you're in the South. Go sit out on the porch. A hot tea and sit on your sofa and cuddle up in a warm blanket if you're in the North like me. But if I can encourage you to do something for yourself today, then I've done my job. That makes me feel good. So let's do some eyeshadow real quick. I'm going to take my eyeshadow brush and I'm going to use the fluffy end. I will be 53 this year. Yeah, so we're in this together, sister. Let's just use a shade called Basic. I'm going to tap it off, and I'm just going to go through my crease and across my eyelid. Very simple, basic eyeshadow look with the color Basic. Thank you, Jamie. Jamie, seriously, we need to talk because I want one of those beautiful rings that you make. I seriously, honestly do. So we need to chit-chat about that. I know you said you don't have an Etsy shop yet, but I'm telling you, I will sport that ring and show it all over social media and talk about you if you want me to. Her stuff is gorgeous, guys. You need to catch Jamie. She's so artsy. Like, she goes on TikTok Live all the time, and she's, like, drawing or making things. She does these beautiful jewelry creations with wire and, like, natural stones. Absolutely stunning. It's Jamie's Creations. So creative. This is my art. This is as artsy as I get, Jamie. All right, so that's basic, beautiful color. And what I've done there is kind of contoured my eye. I have hooded eyes. So by putting that darker matte shade through that crease area, it's like I give my eye some depth, which gives the illusion of a crease. I live it. I got it in the woods with Shrek. You know, I almost picture that. Like when I think of you, I kind of think of that. It's funny that you said that. All right, let's do one more shade. I'm thinking about adding a little bit of Havana to this. Havana is this beautiful kind of peachy matte shade. And I'm going to use my finger, and I'm just going to put that across my lid. And combined with that basic, it just adds a little bit more of a warmer depth to the eye look. And then I will blend out that edge, not age. Yes, I'm blending out my age. We'll do the other side. Hey, Deborah. Deborah, I'm going to be sending you some information this morning, by the way, for your class for Thursday. By the way, guys, I do private makeup technique classes for you and friends on Facebook. If you're interested, you can also text me and just let me know you'd like to do. I only do it over 3 days. I don't do like these week-long things. And it's going to be focused on makeup technique. Of course, using the Seint Makeup, of course, because this is the makeup that I use, that I believe every woman who has any texture on her face should use. But I can do that for you, and we can discuss it. If you'd like some more information, just text me at the phone number that's at the link in my bio. I don't know if I'll get to it before lunch, Deborah. It may be after lunch, but I will be sending it today. So, and now I'm just taking that same basic, and I am just lining my lower lash line, just kind of defining it out with some eyeshadow. And then I'm just going to clean up this edge a little bit. I like to maintain that lifted look. Oh my God, is that the sun? Whoa. You remember that song in the 70s, Blinded by the Light? Seriously, it looks like I'm a vampire or something. All right, and then I am just going to finish with some bronzer, just to kind of warm things up. I already did my eyebrows. I already put some mascara up top. But hey, Angie, Dad, that's too much work. 11 hours, I know, I work. Well, it's a 12-hour shift, but I'm there probably about 13 hours at the hospital. Anyway, if you guys would be interested in trying out this makeup, then just go to the link in my bio and allow me to color match you. You can text me or you can fill out the jot form. I am happy to do that for you for free. I won't ghost you. I promise you that I am here to help you, because it is my mission to teach women the importance of taking care of themselves, doing something for themselves. Because when we take care of ourselves, we are better able to take care of all the people in our lives that need us. So you guys have a great day. I'll be back at 5 p.m. This evening. Look at that glow, guys. Tell me if that did not just wake up my face. Have a great day, guys. Love you bunches. Hey, Island Girl, I'm just cutting off, but I'll be back at 5 p.m. Central this evening. See you guys later.